guys, so this video was completely unplanned, but I'm actually feeling really inspired today, and also I'm taking full advantage of golden hour right here. The sun is shining. It's just coming up to 7 o'clock in the evening, and so I've just done a food shop and I wanted to show you what I've got. So I've just been shopping and I have bought dinner for tonight. I bought breakfast for the morning, and then like just a few bits to kind of like top up the fridge and freezer and stuff. Can you believe I have bought all of this for £40? Please excuse that dirty washing up just there. I've got all of this for £40, and yeah, fair enough, this is only like, I'd say 2 meals, but a lot of this stuff I can use leftovers to create like another meal in itself, which I will show you. So basically the plan is for dinner tonight, me and my boyfriend are going to have pizza naan breads. And can you see like the size of these? We're going to have one each. So basically what you do is you take a naan bread. You take some kind of like pizza sauce, I guess, on top. And I got 2 because, well, I found that last time we made these, one wasn't quite enough. And also I'm going to show you what I do with the leftovers. So you take the pizza topping, and then of course you've got cheese to go on top. And again, I got 2 because last time 1 was not enough. And then I bought for us some tikka breast slices. So what I really like about the naan pizzas is to kind of go with the kind of Indian theme. I like to go for like the tikka, like seasoned chicken and stuff as well to go with it. And then because I'm really lazy, I have bought some frozen, already sliced red onion and pepper to go on top as well. So what I'll basically do is just take out a bit of onion and a bit of pepper, put it in a container to defrost, and then you just chuck it in the oven for literally 10 minutes, probably even less than that. And most of what you can see here is breakfast for tomorrow. So I've just been at my parents' house today, and as I was leaving, they were making like a fry up for dinner, and it just smelled amazing. So I thought I'm gonna do a fry up tomorrow for breakfast because it's a Sunday, and I feel like that's just such a Sunday thing to do. So I do have like 1 or 2 eggs already in the fridge, so I thought I'd just top up the fridge and get some more. I have bought 6 sausages, pork and caramelized onion. Brownlee apple sausages are a great idea, but not for a fry-up breakfast, I don't think. I have bought some black pudding slices, and I never ever see these in the shops, so I thought it's not a fry-up without black pudding. We have to have black pudding for breakfast, so I got some of those. Also, another thing that you cannot go without for a breakfast is potato breads, or I call them potato scones. So I've got 4 of those. My mum actually gave them to me, which is again how I got the idea. So do not tell me you are having a full English breakfast if you do not have black pudding and you do not have potato breads. Thank you very much. Okay, so I've also got here 16 rashers of bacon, which is a lot, but they will absolutely all get used up in no time in this household, and you absolutely have to go smoked. So I got that for breakfast, and I also I've been loving the pineapple, banana and coconut smoothie. This is Innocent Smoothies, which it's quite spenny, you know, it's quite expensive, but I know that you can get a cheaper version in Asda and also Sainsbury's, but this is all I could find, but absolutely justifiable. Baby wants what baby wants, baby gets. Also, I don't know if we'll have room for any more to go with this breakfast, but I'll probably have just like 1 slice of toast, and we love the thick slice. And then I can't go shopping without buying something sweet for myself, so this is kind of irrelevant to everything else, but I bought this because I have to have something sweet or chocolatey at least once a day. No, scratch that, 3 times a day. 3 times a day. And just some cherries and berries because this is the goat. And tomato ketchup because we have completely run out. And do you know what? I so begrudge buying ketchup because it's so expensive, and I do like Heinz. It's like, usually this is like £5, but it was on offer for like £3 something, so I thought if I'm gonna get it any day, it should really be today, shouldn't it? So this is what I bought. This is from Morrison's, and I think this is quite good for £40. Oh, and before I forget, while I was at my parents', I just randomly, like, does anyone else, when you go to your parents' house, do you ever come back with like the most randomest stuff that they've given you? But in this like little bag here, I have some fresh basil, and oh my god, it smells amazing. It smells like an Italian restaurant. So if you wanted to, you could put some fresh basil on your homemade pizzas. However, because we're going for like more of the Indian vibe and less of like the Italian vibe, just to do something a bit different, I'll be saving this for a separate dish in the week. So for now, I'll store this in the fridge. Okay, so the naans are literally so big that it takes up the whole of the baking tray, but it's fine. My boyfriend's out watching the football. It's getting late, I'm hungry, I'm not waiting for him, so I'm just gonna crack on and cook my dinner myself. So it's fine that we've only got one oven tray. Okay, so there is literally no science to this at all here, guys. You just dollop it on. Okay, so what I basically do is I don't like spread the sauce all the way out onto the edges, so there's still kind of like, imagine like if this was a pizza crust on like a traditional pizza, you can definitely spread it out all the way if you want to, but this is what you've basically got at the moment. Time for cheese. It's very easy to end up using like the whole thing, which is why I bought 2 this time. And my boyfriend likes to have a lot of cheese on his as well, so buy more than what you think you need. Okay, I like to put on the veg before I put the meat on. Thing is, with the chicken slices, some of them are like quite big and chunky, so I might just like break some of them down a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with how that's looking so far. So what I'm going to do now is just time the pizza for, I usually start off with 10 minutes just to kind of see how it's looking, and then if I feel like it needs a bit longer, stick it in for another few minutes. Do you want to know what my guilty pleasure is right now? It is this movie, and I have absolutely no shame in saying I have seen this time and time again. I've watched it over and over. The funny thing is, I know it's originally a book, like it's very much giving after vibes. I have no doubt that if I read the book, I would have hated it. And even the film itself is very cliche, and I hate cliche films. But guys, like literally, I've seen this so many times, and like there are some parts of the movie where I'm literally like, damn. Wow. Okay, let's check on the pizza. Yeah, I would like that to be a little bit more cooked, so I'm just going to do 3 more minutes. Oh, and I probably should have mentioned that I'm cooking this on like, I reckon that's about 180 degrees. Okay, so I'm quite happy with how that's looking, and what I'm basically looking for is whenever I make these, I kind of want like the edges to be just that tiny bit burnt, and that's how I know that it's cooked the way that I like. Okay, so I'm thinking my eyes are bigger than my belly and I probably will not eat a whole one after all. And it's getting kind of late now, so I think when my boyfriend comes back, he probably also won't be in the mood for cooking, so we'll probably actually just half this. Taste test. So good. And the thing is as well, with these pizzas, they're actually kind of fun to make. So I imagine, like, if any of you are having friends round, or you're having a cooking night with your partner, or if you have any like young kids, I think this would be quite fun to do. Here I am just cooking breakfast the next morning, which I always get kind of nervous about because I'm not the best on a frying pan, you know, and you can see that here that I ruined the fried egg, so that's great, but it still tasted great, so that's fine. After that breakfast, we were both just so full and couldn't move, so we just kind of pulled out the sofa bed, slumped ourselves in front of the TV with a cuppa, and I did have a little nap, not gonna lie. And after that, we walked into town to get our dinner and stopped for coffee. Also, by the way, so sorry if this like offends anybody, but this is what we ended up buying. So we bought the chicken. Here I am just cooking the roast potatoes. So the trick is to cook them in Marmite because that gives them that kind of like meaty taste. So here I am just mixing the boiled potatoes in with the oil, the Marmite, and a bit of flour. Trust me on this one. Once I'm done with that, I take some rosemary and thyme and sprinkle that over the potatoes before I put them in the oven. For the carrots, we really like honey roasted, so I've just seasoned them in salt, pepper, oil, honey, and just topping it off with a bit of butter before they go in. The problem is I have a small oven and I can't cook like everything all at once, so things do end up being ready at different times. But here you can see the potatoes are done and also the cauliflower cheese, which again I did cheat with because I did buy the cauliflower cheese. I've never tried making it myself before. In the background, you can just hear the football on the telly, which is how you know it's a Sunday. Sundays are all about football and roast dinners and just good food all round. It reminds me of my childhood. The last thing to go in the oven is Yorkshire puddings, and they literally only took a few minutes in the oven. And I don't usually like to buy these ready-made, I prefer to make them myself, but I'd already done quite a bit of cooking that day, so I'm just giving myself a little bit of a break, okay? Here is how everything's looking when it's done, apart from the chicken and stuffing that was just being kind of finished off in the oven. Going in now with the gravy, which is literally just instant gravy, but I pour in all the juices that you get from cooking the meat and the veg, which is incredible. Okay, so for dinner the next day, we are making little pizza parcels just using some leftovers. Now, what you need to do is just take a wrap and you load up the wrap, the inside of it, just like you would a pizza. And you can either take salsa sauce or you can take pizza topping, depending on what you prefer the taste to be like. If you would rather it be more South American, like a fajita or an enchilada, or if you just prefer it to be like a little pizza, basically. Next, you're going to want to add whatever toppings you would like. So we just did some peppers, onion, and a bit of chicken. And the trick is less is more. You don't want to overload the wrap, otherwise you can't really fold them properly. I couldn't show you on camera how I fold them, but basically you just fold all the corners into the middle, almost like a present, like a little gift. So once you folded them all up, they go into the oven for about 10 minutes on 180 degrees, and you should have something that kind of looks like this, and they are delish. Morning everyone, it is about 8:15 in the morning. I'm just getting ready to meet my friend at Starbucks for a coffee and a catch up, because this is what happens when you get older. You try to make plans and you can literally only meet up for like an hour, and it happens to be at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. Like, what is our lives? I don't start work until 12 in the afternoon, and I'm up at this time. The things that we do for our friends. I had no idea how to do my hair this morning because, you know, it needs a bit of a wash, which I'm probably gonna do. I might do it after I come back from coffee or tomorrow. But does any other millennials just get the urge to? Because I want to be the girl that can just go like Slick Rick, but I need to have, yeah, that's better. I feel much more like me now. So I'm just parked outside at Starbucks, and I'm really annoyed because I thought I'll quickly put some eyebrows on before I leave, and I've got like a bald patch, so that's really annoying me. But funnily enough, oh, my friend's here. She's just parked up, but funnily enough, my boyfriend and his dad are in there right now as well. So that's funny. Gave me a little bit of a giggle this morning. Okay, I just came back from Starbucks with my friend. It was a cute little like breakfast date. I had an iced brown sugar oat shake and espresso. It's getting to that time of year now where I really don't know whether or not to get a hot drink or a cold drink, because I feel like hot drinks are just autumn morning cozy vibes, and then the ice drinks are like more summer vibes. And although like in the UK, like in the south where I live, it's still like we've got a couple of weeks left of like some quite warm weather, but I just want it to be over. I just want it to be autumn already. But I had some overnight oats, which I'm obsessed with, from Starbucks. So what I'm actually going to do is show you how I make it myself at home, so that I can have it for breakfast in the morning. And before I forget, because I've now eaten, the acid reflux is getting to me. I'm in my heartburn era. Well, apparently, so I went to the midwife and I told her that I've been having really, really bad acid reflux. Like, it's really quite bad. And she's like, oh yeah, you know, heartburn is really, really common in pregnancy. You know, you're gonna have a baby with lots of hair. And I'm like, but I'm not actually having heartburn though. It's like right here. I can feel it, and obviously it's worse when I eat. So this is in my handbag at all times. So now that I've eaten, it's time to have a swig of this, and now we'll get on to the meal prep. So first things first, here is everything you need to make the Starbucks overnight oats. So I put off making this for the longest time because whenever I looked at overnight oat recipes online, it always said that you needed like something like old-fashioned oats or rolled oats. You can use porridge oats, that's what I use anyway. Okay, so and also you'll want like some kind of container with a lid. This did actually come with a spoon, but I lost it, which I'm kind of gutted about. So this is everything that you need. And also a bit of a disclaimer here, I literally don't measure anything out, I just eyeball everything to what I prefer. So I'm going to start off by taking the oats, and I'm just going to show you roughly how much I like to put in. So I think maybe a tiny bit more. So I have about this many oats in the bottom. What I used to do is, if you've seen, you know, like the instant oats that you can get where it comes in like measured out sachets, and then you like use the sachet to fill them up with milk. That's usually the amount that I would go for, but again, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. And then next, I like to mix in some chia seeds. More. Okay. I don't know how much extra taste or anything the chia seeds gives to this recipe, but it just makes me feel good about myself. It just makes me feel like I'm doing something healthy. So I don't think the Starbucks version has chia seeds in it, but this is just what I like to add. And for my overnight oats, I like to add a little bit of milk and yogurt. From what I've seen, some people prefer to do like one or the other, but I like just a tiny bit of milk. And little fun fact about me, you may see me using a lot of like dairy-free stuff. I'm not like vegan. I think I'm lactose intolerant, I don't know, but milk is like the number one thing that really disagrees with me, and I cannot have like normal milk, like cow's milk whatsoever. So I'm just going to I prefer oat milk, is probably my favourite alternative, and I literally just put the tiniest bit in here, like about that much, just because I find the texture is a lot easier to go down. Okay, next I'm taking some natural yogurt. I have tried Greek before, I just prefer this. And as you can probably see, this is not like dairy-free yogurt. This is just your average run-of-the-mill natural yogurt, which again is strange because I am quite intolerant to milk, chocolate and ice cream. But yogurt I've never ever had a problem with it, so who knows what that's about. But I'm just taking like a very heaped tablespoon, and I think I'll do one more and give it a stir and see if it needs any more, because there is the milk in there as well. Yeah, I think two like really big tablespoons is enough for me, but of course you may always add more. Okay, so that's all mixed up and done. Now what I have here is some raspberries. I buy these frozen and kind of just put them in some sort of a container and leave them out to defrost. I find frozen is the best because then I can stock up. Like a pouch of frozen raspberries is enough for like 4 of these, which is like a working week nearly. So they're pretty much like, they're a little bit cold, but they are defrosted, because also, you know, when you buy like frozen raspberries, they literally start going like moldy the same blimmin' day, which is just a pain. So go frozen. And I just kind of scoop that in, and I just kind of like almost form like a layer of it. So this is what I have. And the last bit, I take some peach slices. I buy these tinned. Again, it's just better to like sometimes not buy things fresh. Also, I would have no idea how to go about preparing like a fresh peach for this. So this is, I reckon, about a quarter of what was a tin of peaches, and obviously I've just converted it into this container so I can put a lid on it and keep it fresh in the fridge. Now these are in syrup. I don't usually like to buy tins of peaches in syrup. I prefer to put it in I think there's like, it's like water or something like that. So what I'm going to do, just because I don't want it to be too moist, I'm just going to drain these off over the sink and give them a little bit of a rinse, kind of cut them up a bit so it's a bit easier to eat, and then put them on the top layer. Okay, so what I've done is I just drained off the syrup, gave them a bit of a rinse, and I took a knife and just like really messily cut them up, just into smaller chunks. It's absolutely not supposed to be perfect. So I'm just going to chuck those on like the top. I do like to have a fair bit of peach on mine, but this is kind of what you've got. And then you're pretty much good to go. You just put the lid on and put it in the fridge overnight. The only thing that Starbucks do differently is I believe they put like some cranberries, like dried cranberries, and maybe something like raisins and sultanas or something, just a few. And then they also put in, I think, like desiccated coconut. The coconut I think is a really nice addition. However, the like sultanas or cranberries or whatever, I don't think is that important. I'm happy with it just like this, but you can definitely go ahead and add that. Morning everyone. It's been a couple of days since I last started recording anything, but you honestly haven't missed much at all. I think the most interesting thing that's happened is the fact that I wash my hair, and I hate how my hair looks when it's just been washed. Like, yeah, I just don't like it. It's like too soft, but also like sticks up loads at the back, if that makes sense. So I'm just going through my birth playlist, and I have absolutely no idea what kind of vibes I'm supposed to be going for. Like, am I supposed to be going for music that makes me feel calm and relaxed, or do I want to be happy and energetic? I really don't know. Like, I'm just going through my Spotify at the moment, and if anyone wants to follow me, you're more than welcome to. I have 44 playlists for like literally every mood. And also I've got my watermelon and mango here, having a great time. So like on my birth playlist, so yeah, as you can see here, it's only like 2 hours long, and I'm hoping for the best possible outcome here, guys, but you just never know. I don't know how many times I can listen to like some of these songs on repeat. So like we've got all different vibes here. Like these are songs that are like quite upbeat and they make me feel really, really happy. And then like the more I've kind of gone down is like quite chill, relaxing vibes. Something that you guys need to know about me as well is I am a massive Jonas Brothers fan, and like some of these songs just hit so much more different now that I'm like bringing a baby into the world. Like this song, like I was listening to this in the car and it actually brought a tear to my eye. Like it just has such a different meaning now. And then like some of these songs are like songs that me and my partner really like singing together, so I thought that would be quite cute. But yeah, if anyone has any recommendations for what needs to like go on, then that would be great. Morning everyone, look at the bed hair this morning. It is literally a joke. Got my Starbucks Cool Lime here, it's one of my faves. It's incredibly early. I'm just parked outside the other love of my life, B&M. It's 7:59. It opens in 1 minute, so I'm just waiting patiently to see if I can pick up any like autumn decor, and you know, like when you just kind of do a big shop once a month for like literally just stuff like deodorant, makeup wipes, like that kind of stuff. So I'll show you what's inside. Okay, the doors are now open, so I think it's safe for us to go inside now. Guys, if you have not tried any of these biscuits, especially the Biscoff and white chocolate, you need to. This is my favourite sweet treat probably of all time, and also especially the Nutella biscuits. Shout out to probably the best perfume of all time. This is NYC by SJP, and it's the first perfume I ever bought with my own money. Fun fact. I've still got 2 bottles at home though, so I'm not going to buy this today. I picked up these teddy storage cubes. I thought they would be really good for my wardrobe, but I need to go home and measure them to just make sure that they will fit. And then also these kind of boot clay storage cubes I bought for baby, and it actually looks really nice to keep all of their stuff in, like accessories and mittens and stuff. And finally, the spooky section, my favourite section of the whole shop. I didn't buy anything though because I felt everything was just like pumpkins, and I already have so many. I was looking for something a bit different, but I still had loads of fun looking at everything. It made me so happy, and I just can't wait for Halloween and just autumn in general. Hi guys, I'm just back from B&M. I've had a quick kind of tidy, clean around, had a shower. Still haven't sorted out the hair situation, but I will be later because we are going out to dinner this evening. There's a restaurant that me and my boyfriend really want to try, so we thought we'd do that tonight. So I will do some hair and makeup and I'm going to film my second trimester video. So I just thought I'd show you a couple of bits that I bought up from B&M today. I actually came out with hardly anything, which is not like me, but I think the problem was I went in looking for like particular things, like there were things that I wanted to buy and I just didn't see any of that in there. And I think like when you go to places like B&M or like Home Bargains, you kind of have to like go when you don't need anything in particular. So I think that's why I didn't get anything, but I wanted to see if I could find some stuff for like my hospital bag and like a few other bits for baby. But what I did end up picking up was nothing interesting. I just got some wipes and nappy bags. Yeah, nothing interesting. And then for my hospital bag, I did find I really wanted to get some like proper decent like lip care, just because I can put this in my hospital bag because I heard that the gas and air can give you like really dry sore lips and like a dry mouth, which I suffer from quite a bit already, as you can see. So that will go in my hospital bag. This is the Pure Pore ointment and it's strawberry flavour, so I love the smell of strawberries at the moment, which brings me on to my next one. So I bought some of this and it's like glittery. Oh, it's actually like quite thick. Well, it's a scented body mist and it's like strawberry scented. And the reason why I bought this was because, so when I was in school, like year 7, year 8, when I was like 12 years old, I don't know if anyone else remembers, so in Superdrug they used to do like their own like branded range of like body mists, and it would come with like the matching scent, like lip balm and maybe like a shower gel or body scrub or something. And they used to do a mango, a strawberry, and then there was like a citrus one and like a coconut one or something. And this reminds me so much of like year 7, year 8 PE. So I used to, as you can probably tell, I used to have the strawberry one. And it's very nostalgic, and it was literally like, I can't remember, I did like show you some footage of this in the shop. I feel like it was literally like a pound or something like that. And I thought, why not? But yeah, this smell just makes me really, really happy. I don't need it, but I wanted it. And then I just picked up some like under eye masks. I really, really like these a lot. I don't know why, but recently I've just been like, I'm not looking particularly dark under the eyes, and I never really have done that badly, but when it comes to like applying makeup and stuff, I feel like my makeup looks so much better if under my eyes is just like that little bit brighter. And I find these really, really relaxing, and it's really nice for the summer when we've got some really warm weather to sit outside with some of these on. These are the Gold Hydrogel Collagen eye masks. I'm not a massive fan of like an all over face mask, so the under eye ones are just kind of like that little bit better. And depending on how I get on with these may need to be something that I continue to invest in once baby's here for those sleepless days and nights. And I also got like a ring light and a tripod, just like a really cheap, like bog standard B&M's like own version, which was the most expensive thing I bought. It was like £12 and I spent £19 on everything altogether. So yeah, I wish I would have bought more, but also I feel like in my old age, I just feel like I'm getting a bit more stingy with money. I think my problem with B&M is I expect to go in there and find something that would normally be like £10 in a shop and expect to buy it in B&M for like £1 or £2, which is not the case. Like there was this candle, this autumn candle that I really, really wanted. Well, one smelled like pumpkin spice and another one smelled like the Yankee Candle, like Christmas. Is it called like snowflake cookie or like Christmas cookie or something like that? And they were like £5 each, and I was like, oh, I'm not spending £5 on a candle in here. But actually that's really good. So I think if it was like £5 anywhere else, I literally probably would have bought it, but I didn't, just because it was in B&M. So that's kind of like what I bought. It's not exactly a haul because I literally picked up a few bits, but I will make myself look a bit more presentable for today, and I will be back with a second trimester video.